Altså, du har en kæreste?
Ja.
Er hun flot?
Ja.
Er hun flot, din kæreste?
Ja, hun er meget flot.
Ja, jeg siger, du er ikke særlig flot selv. Eller er du? Synes du selv, at du er en flot dreng?
Vinterbrødre. It's a brother odyssey set in a worker area during a winter. It's a lack of love story with a focus on the younger brother, Emil, and his want and need to be desired and loved.
Hvad hedder Emil?
1, 2,
Jeg vil også have dig.
3,
Jeg vil spise dig.
4.
From when I wake up to go to bed, there's a constant process of working. So I work in different mediums, and then sometimes something emerges, and sometimes it has a narrative, something bigger than just a moment. So I just follow that and begin working on it, and then slowly it evolves and becomes, for example, with Vinterbrødre, a film.
Ved du, det problem der er?
5.
Du er virkelig mennesker. Johan, jeg er et menneske. Fanden skal du altså være så fucking besværlig, mand? Kan du bare være normal, ligesom alle andre?
Lack of statement. I think I'm more truthful if I just express, without telling people anything, that I think is important. I think I'm just more truthful if I just express what I find beautiful or brutal or true. So I think the narrative is sort of, for me, the narrative was like a branch, and then, there came another branch just suddenly out of the other one, and if it felt interesting or if it felt exciting, I just follow it. Everything is paradoxal, and I really like that. I think the world is very much like that, and I think it's the ambiguity over it, and is something that stimulates me very much, like wanting something, but at the same time not wanting it at all. Cinema is a tool of experiencing something, like I said before, both mentally and physically. So I think these innermost depths are really, there is a way of getting into them, like music or a composition, and I think cinema is very, very close to that in a way. I work with each space early on. I feel like there's always just like one way of doing this scene. We were dealing with weather, cold, and we were dealing with a lot of chalk and dust, and so it was like physical conditions that were hard, and very loud also. I knew that I wanted all this to be part of the experience of seeing the film. I record a lot of sounds while I'm writing, and I use them in the process of the writing. So I think already in script phase there is a great deal of sound. So I worked with the sound as the interior of the film, and I worked with the visuals as the sort of exterior or the landscape. So I think these were sort of things that me and my sound designer Hlynur Pálmason talked about, and also in collaboration with my composer Tokyo Odin.
Jeg kommer til at fortælle en historie. Så hør godt efter.
I think it's very far from document on how Denmark is or how Iceland is. I think it's my temperament, and I think it's the way I see things. What I love about cinema is that it's so international. It's so it's so human. That every country, every individual connects differently to each piece. So for me, it's not connected with a place in that way. It's more of a internal place, I think.
Du Emil?
Ja.
Hvor lang tid har du været her hos os?
Jeg er ikke helt sikker, det er 5-7 år.
Hvor ser du dig selv om, jamen så lad os sige 5-7 år?
Arbejde her måske.
Hvad?
A cinema for me is the space of a cinema. A black room with a large screen and sound all over. So for Vinterbrødre, cinema was absolutely crucial. But I think I'm very open for exploring something else and working with other spaces.